Hi, this is Rachelle with Scrapcraftastic. I'm going to do it from scratch spread using grid paper that I printed off my printer. And I'm going to include a tip-in or a fold-out with this spread. Here I'm just folding the paper in half and using my ruler as a guide to cut the paper in half with a blade. And I'm only going to use one of those half sheets. Then I'm going to take this other sheet of grid paper and I'm going to cut it down to 8.5 by 8.5 so that I will have my 5.5-inch page and then have a little excess to make the flap. So here I'm just cutting that down and determining how big of a flap I want by measuring out 5.5 inches wide on the main part of the page and deciding which way I want to fold it, and using my ruler to help guide and make the crease so that I can have a straight fold. And then I'm going to burnish it with my bone folder or my score tool. I'm just making sure that both pages are the same size when the flap is folded. And these are the washies that I chose. I don't actually have any red washi, and this is a Valentine's Day-ish spread. So I'm using a hot pink color, and I'm just putting down the washi to reinforce where the holes will be punched for the pages to go in my binder. And then just going to trim off the excess washi tape. And I just was deciding what washi I wanted to use in the footer area of the page, and I'm going to use this Hello Beautiful washi. It's another pink color, but I think it goes well. And I think the sentiment on the tape is good for Valentine's Day. I'm just trying to line it up so that the majority of the phrase on the tape shows. We got a little O from the hello on the left side, but I just left it. And here I'm just trying to decide what tape I want to put at the top. I started out with the Hello Beautiful, but I thought that was a little bit too much. So I'm going to come back in and do my header tape with the same hot pink polka dot washi that I used for the hole reinforcements on the side. And as you can probably tell, I don't really have a plan when I do this. The only thing I knew I wanted to do this time was to have that tip in or flap on the side. And I may do that for a few more weeks because I find that I need some extra space to write throughout the week. And here is more washi for the footer. So that when the flap closes, it, still looks nice against the rest of the page. And I'm just burnishing that fold a little more and adding the header washi. I had a little trouble getting that straight, but I finally worked it out. And here, just putting the two pages together to see how it looks. And I was attempting to use the ruler to find the center, but it's easier just to fold the page in half a little bit. And I'm deciding which washi I want to use to divide my boxes for the week. And I start out with this thin washi and give it a good look and decide that I don't really like that, and decide to actually set the header off a little bit more of the page from the hole reinforcement washi by adding another line of this with this thin washi. to the top of the page. And I think that separates that space out better. It doesn't just run into the whole reinforcement area. So I just use the ruler to burnish that tape down, make sure it's taped onto the paper well. Now I'm thinking, what do I want to divide my boxes with? And I go for the super thin washi that I got from Pretty Packages. And I think that was a better choice. It's a bit subtle. It's white and gold foil, so it's a little more subtle. And I just love that super thin washi. And then I'm gonna divide the boxes in the other direction after finding the center. And it's pretty easy to find the center with this grid paper because the grid boxes are 1/4 of an inch apart. So most likely when you find the center, you end up on a line, which makes it easy to divide your boxes. And I decide to, after I trim off the excess washi, to also block off where the page folds, just to give a little more definition to the boxes on that side of the page. And again, as I'm doing this, going through the process, I check often just to see how things are looking. And this is my We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press. And the one thing I liked about this one was that you could use basically any size paper, where with the Misty and the Hampton Arts, I can't remember the name of the Hampton Arts one off the top of my head, but with those, you can only use a certain size paper. So it's a little bit limiting, and I'm not making a lot of cards right now, so this one worked better for me because I wanted to be able to use it with my planner spreads. So here I'm just laying down these stamps for the weekdays and getting those to stick to the lid where I can ink them and stamp them on my page. And I'm using, I think it's VersaFine or Versamark. Yeah, Versamark or Versamagic chalk ink. Is black. And I think this pad is drying out because it doesn't give me a nice stamp like I was hoping for. I think it's a little dry because it seems like that pad was a lot more juicy at one time. But it's okay. I made it work. So, and here I'm just doing the same thing for the other half of the week. And again, unfortunately, this is a set of the Michaels weekday stamps from the $1.50 bin. And I don't know what they were thinking, but there was no Saturday and Sunday in this set. So I'm just stamping Thursday and Friday. And I've yet to find a weekend stamp that I want. I'm thinking about just making one, just handwriting one out myself and having it made, because I'm not really liking the weekend stamps that I've come across. So here I'm done with the stamping. And I see I stamped Wednesday a little crooked, but it'll be okay. I'm going to go in and add the dates to the weekdays. And this is a pen from Dollar Tree. It's nothing special. Actually, it's in a Dollar Tree pen haul video that I did. And I'll try to remember to link that. And here I'm just trying my best to hand letter the weekend days so that they look a little similar to the other days of the week. And I'm just going back over them and thickening up the downstrokes for the most part. And then I'm going back and thickening the strokes of the numbers so that they pop a little bit better. I also want a kit with the double-digit numbers together, a kit of rubber stamps or clear stamps. So maybe I'll make myself one of those too. And here I'm just deciding what I want to use the extra section for. And I'm just going to make it a this week section, even though it ends up looking like this week's. It just says this week. And here I'm going through thickening up those downstrokes and making it stand out a little bit more. And here I'm just doing a dashed line or stitch looking line underneath to pop it out a little bit more. And I'm going through some old stickers that I'd ordered from Peachy Cheap a while ago and always forgot to use them. So, and I'm looking through one of the Happy Planner books, the one that has all the holidays in it, and I'm noticing there's really nothing that stands out and says Valentine's Day. So I did find these pink checklist banners or flags, and I'm putting those down on the days that I know I usually have a list of things to do. And I kind of plan as I go day to day. I don't really like to make plans in advance unless it's just, you know, doctor's appointments or something like that. And here I'm putting down a sticker for an appointment I have on Friday. So I don't do a whole lot of writing on my spreads when I'm working on them. This is a night out sticker because I do have plans. And my workout stickers, I try to go to the gym at least 3 days a week. And I usually go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But again, next Friday, I have an appointment, so I probably won't go. And here I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do for decorating Valentine's Day. I don't really have a whole lot to choose from. And I'm just decorating my flap a little bit. But as I was saying, I don't write a lot. I like to take it day by day and not plan to do stuff all for the whole week as far as my personal or household to-dos. Because any given day, I might not feel like doing what I had written down. So I kind of have ideas in mind of how I want to do things throughout the week, but if I write them down, it's too much pressure. And I'm not trying to pressure myself. Here I'm just looking through the stickers that I have. Still looking for Valentine's Day stuff that was a little light pink heart. And I know I have to do some drop-offs this week. So I'm just putting my little car stickers down on the days that I know I have to do that. And just looking through stickers to see if I find anything else that applies to what I have going on this week. And I did find one for important or don't forget, I think it was, don't forget. Because I have to babysit on Sunday and I put down for the dentist appointment on Friday. And I think that's it for those stickers. And then I'm just going in and writing the drop-off information. and putting in the information for the dentist appointment. Also, I have ballet classes that I have to do drop-offs for. So those are always Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So things like that, is usually what I'll write in my planner as I'm decorating. And if you want to see more of how my spreads look, I guess throughout the week or at the end of the week, I try to post a completed spread on my Instagram at Scrapcraftastic, but I haven't been very good about that, and I'm going to try to do better and make sure that I post the completed week so you can see how I plan throughout the week, since I don't list everything at the beginning of the week. And with my life, I never know what's going to happen from day to day. Having a home-based business, I kind of, go with what my clients need on a day-to-day basis. So it's hard for me to make too many advanced plans as far as personal or household to-dos. So I punched the holes with my 6-hole punch, and now I'm adding them to my Michael's Recollection binder. And so far, I've been putting new weeks in the front instead of in the back, and I think I kind of like that better, how it works out. So yeah, this is what my final pages look like. I didn't record all of the stickers, but I went through and added some more from a few printable sets that I have, and I'm just giving you a close-up view of that. And so, yep, this is my layout for the week of Valentine's Day. Thanks for watching. Bye.